Hello everybody, my name is Jagiero and welcome back to another episode on the AfterLife SMP server. In the last episode, I finally finished the exterior for my beautiful castle, and since then I've actually been doing a little bit of work on the interior as well, so let's go take a look at that first, shall we? So, not huge amounts of work, honestly. The bulk of it was done, really. It was just sort of adding a few little details, and I'm not finished. I'm actually not finished on that front as well, so don't worry. But yes, as you can see, a few little bits of decoration. These things, yep, they're there. Whatever, okay, just whatever. Oh, I haven't decorated. Forget that one. Okay, let's move on. Over here, as you can see, I've just essentially added a shelf wall, and quite frankly, a lot of my decoration that I've done on the interior is just adding shelf walls all over the place. It works, yeah. I need to get a few plants and stuff and stick those in there. Do I have any? No, I have a bunch of iron. Why do I have iron? Oh, I remember. In fact, let's go have a look up the stairs, shall we? I don't honestly remember exactly what I've done in each room, so I'll just take you through a few of them. Once again, lovely shelf wall. The great thing about this is you get to just add random lanterns all over the place, because this place is, it's dark, it's dreary, and it's, quite frankly, quite dangerous. And that's okay. Once again, shelf wall. Beautiful. Little entrance into this area. Now, this tower here is a bit strange because it's actually one block in the wrong place. So I have to kind of make it fit. As you can see, like, we've got this column here shifted to the side here rather than in the center. That would have made sense. Yeah. So I've just had to sort of construct these weird entrances to make it work. And it kind of does. So that's okay. Let's go up here, shall we? You guys have seen the storage room. Yeah, which then goes on to the hallway, where I've done a few little bits of decoration before, and I don't think I've added anything to that other than a whole bunch of lanterns everywhere. Let's go up here. Aha, so this is what I was using the iron for. I've just added a load of just armor stands with armor on them, because I didn't really know what to do in this tower, but this is now my armory tower. Yes. So, whenever I die in the nether, now I can come back here and just grab some crappy armor. So, yeah. Can you add swords to these things? No? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. What's out this way? The wrong way. That's what's out there. Close that. Go through here. Into... Now... I don't even remember if I had these. No, I didn't have these previously. I don't really know what to do with this room, so I've just added some couches and portraits and random lantern. Look, okay, I don't really know what to do. Did I have these before? This sort of wall things, paneling. Yes, wall paneling. Did I have that before? I don't know, but it does fit because I've got a lot of that in the boudoir here. So yes, that's a thing that I did. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Okay, so going from the library up the stairs, this is a little bit dangerous because I'm not too sure what's lit up. I think probably, like, some of these stairs, like this one here, it's probably quite a good spawning space for mobs, so I'm just going to scoot around there and show you the laboratory. Yes, so this is the major thing that I've been decorating since the last episode. The laboratory. Yeah, the magical laboratory over here. So essentially just a whole bunch of scientific-looking equipment and stuff. Essentially. Some tables and stuff. A sort of sink where you can wash all the chemicals off your hands. Very good. Some sort of specimen tube thing in a few different colours. Yeah, it's got a thing. It's got a light on it. It's dead good. That is, yeah, excellent. And then you can look, it makes the readiness. Good stuff. And over here we have a little one of them, like, robotic arm things, where it like picks up the test tube of the thing and then it turns around and drops it into the thing, and then I don't know, it makes beeping noises maybe. Yep, that's its sole purpose in life. Yeah, that's all I've done in this room. These sort of things here, these are obviously blast furnaces, and I'm just using them as, like, modern kind of storage kind of crates. I think it works, maybe? If you just pile them up all over the place, it kind of looks okay. I like it anyway, so that's what I've gone for. Have I done much up here? I think this is literally just... Oh, no, of course. Of course. So, the cogs This is the inner workings of the castle mechanisms. Now, this is one of the most dangerous rooms in the entire castle because I'm pretty sure mobs can spawn on top of the cogs at quite a few places. So I'm just going to be careful around here. But yeah, as you can see, I've not really, made much sense out of it. I've just sort of thrown them all together and just kind of hoping for the best. Have I got my microphone close enough to my face? I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. Again, so just piles of storage boxes and stuff. But yeah. So you have the cogs from outside linking to cogs inside that are then turning other bits, and then you have this sort of central column here spinning around, connected to this bit, and then there's another cog that you can't really see. There's a cog outside there, essentially, that's sort of connected up to this bit here, and the same on that side, and yeah, that's it, essentially. I'm using the word essentially quite a lot. I heard a mob. I'm sure it's fine. I haven't really done anything over here. I just wanted to have a look over here. This is there anything I'd really need to do with this place? I don't feel like it. I feel like this is pretty good already. It doesn't really serve much purpose, but it's a thing that is there. So, yes. Perfect. Okay, let's move on upwards to a mob-infested area, potentially. I don't know where he would be. I really don't. On the outside somewhere, I presume. Yeah, this is just sort of storage area. So you've got a bunch of the modern style crates and that, and then like spare cogs and wheels and stuff and bits for those kind of things. So yeah, again, don't really know what to do with this place. It does have access to the outside. I don't know where this stupid mob is. Okay, I don't know. He's around somewhere. He sounds very happy. He's loving life right now. Can he get out of here? Is he out there? Is he in there? Is he over there? He's fine. Totally fine. Okay, so that is essentially the castle interior finished, maybe? I'll just show you a couple more rooms, I think. Not to alarm you guys, but I am lost in my own castle. I'm sure it's fine. Ah, I'm okay. I found it. It's fine. Okay, so we go through this corridor here into just where the chain is. And yeah, again, shelf walls and some bookcases and stuff. That's basically it. I would have liked to spend a lot more time decorating this place, but I'm kind of pressed for time due to certain things at the moment. So this is essentially the castle done. Well, that was weird. Not entirely sure what that was all about, but let's move on, shall we? So out here, originally I had a fire pit, and then I changed that to a better fire pit, and I still hated it, and I've hated it the entire time it has been there. So I changed it to this. So this is essentially, it's very similar to the cart that we built for the string shop in the spawn area that we'll have to take a look at later on. But yeah, essentially I just sort of copied that, added a few little bits and changed a few little bits around it, and now it's just a cart for carrying my coffin, I think, so that I as a vampire can be transported to places during the daytime, which is very nice. I'm totally not in the daytime right now because vampires burn in the daytime, don't you know? I'm not even going to explain. It's fine. Okay, so I've just built this, and yeah, I think it fits a lot better than the old sort of fire pit did, quite frankly. I would have really liked to have done a lot more around this area. I've just run out of time. It's a real shame, but that's just how it is. I wanted to do like a stables over there for the 2 skeleton horses that I've got just like lying around this place. This is, what did I name them in the end? Oh, I remember. Mulder and Scully. And there is usually a pig here. Occasionally he has a friend, but it randomly like comes back and then disappears. A bit strange. The server is it's full of weirdos, so that makes sense, I guess. Weird happenings all over the place. What would I like to talk about? Okay, yes. How about the industrial area? As you can see over in the distance, another thing just popped up there. That is my super smelter, and then we have the sugarcane farm over there. Usually you can't see it from here. I don't know if I've changed the render settings or something. Don't know. Not too sure. But I've been quite busy over there. So over here at the industrial area, I'm kind of bored of this. It looks a little bit crappy, so I think it's in need of a bit of sprucing up. What is that? That is very strange. Something weird's going on. I'm not quite sure what it is, but we'll investigate later on, I think. So here is the industrial area, finished in quotation marks, because it's not really finished. It doesn't look completely finished. Obviously, the walls look terrible. I've run out of time. So yeah, I don't really know what I would do with the walls anyway. I was going to kind of add some of these sort of industrial walkways and stuff around the top of them. But as for the walls themselves, I don't really know. I was thinking like filling them with diorite maybe just to use it all up, but it's fine. We'll just leave it as it is. So last episode I think I mentioned that I wanted to use the glass fog effect around here, you know, where they do like a bunch of layers of glass. And I worked it out that it would take me about 6 full shulker boxes of glass per layer, and I do 6 layers. So no, basically no. I do not want to spend that much time farming that much sand for a start, or nor placing all of those blocks, so forget it, and I just decided to do this instead. So what we have here, as you probably saw in the time-lapse, is just a layer of concrete below these weird pattern shape things, and then some glass on top of that, and then just blackstone surrounding it, and a bunch of blackstone slabs, and what's this? It's polished, what are they? Polished blackstone bricks slabs on the top, so the mobs don't spawn, because this was pretty much a death trap. And then I just did this sort of walkway around the middle. Yeah, it makes sense? No. Do I care? No. Like it. I do like this. I really like the blackstone. I think it's such a great sort of almost modern but dirty kind of block to it, kind of look about it. I like it. I really do like it, and I'm going to be using quite a lot of it next season. Oh yes. But first, before we end this season, how about I just go take a look at pretty much all of the builds I've done in this season. So, of course, first off, we have the groundskeeper's hut. This is where it all started. This was my starter hut, loosely based on Hagrid's hut from Harry Potter, sort of. I just wanted some weird circle shapes that just joined together and then had pointy kind of roof. And this sort of it set the tone for this sort of style of this this area. I wanted to use a lot of the dark oak, which I sort of managed. I've used it in most places anyway, in the castle and stuff. And yeah, that sort of combination, the dark oak with the spruce and then the stone. Yeah, I feel like this is it's been pretty successful. I kind of feel like doing a bit of a tutorial on not this particular build, but something very similar. So maybe, hopefully, when I get to actually manage to get to live back home and actually make proper videos again, hopefully that's something I should do. So the interior, it was very simple. It's now very messy. Essentially, I just wanted to use this as a storage room, and I outgrew this very, very quickly, as you can see from the floor, where I now have everything just packed all over the floor. But, you know, it served its purpose. Over here, this is how old this is. This down here is the old, what do you call them? The AFK fishing system that used to be usable, and is now no longer usable, unfortunately. So yeah, but I use that for quite a bit to get some quick books and things like that, some enchanting stuff, like mending, things like that. Really, really useful, but obviously they broke it at some point, which is a real shame. But yeah, storage, you know, sort of basic furnaces, more furnaces, more storage, a bed. That's all you need. That's really all you need. An enchanting setup, you know, anvil, grindstone. Perfect. Loved it. I'm going to miss this place. I actually, in the end, although I set up a larger storage system in the castle, never really used it. I was like, yep, I'm going to set that up and then I'll move out of this place. And I never did. Are these all empty? No? A few sticks? Ooh, got some empty shulker boxes. Ah, yes. So these have been, shulker boxes have been so useful in building the castle. I've been able to organise them into... Well, I say organised. They were originally loosely organised into like wood and stuff and stone and more wood and things like that. Very useful. Very messy. Just very messy around this place. That's okay. After that, I actually did a bit of a farm. So one of the first things I found was a double spider spawner, double spider dungeon. So I built a farm out of it, and it was actually a really tricky thing. Because it's cave spiders, and cave spiders are just a massive pain to work with, but we figured it out in the end and ended up building this beautiful thing. It's not very beautiful, but it does work. And also, I forgot about this, I actually managed to crash the server. So originally, I didn't have these, what they called, fire things. I'd originally have these here. Why are you spawning? The lights are off. I left this up. Oh dear. Well, as you can see, this is how it works now. Originally, these weren't here, and you had to kill them manually, and I used it for XP. And one day, I went AFK for about 15 minutes, and they all piled up, and I thought, this is great. And then I hit them with a looting 3 sword and crashed the server. There was so many items and so many XP that the server couldn't handle it. So, yeah. It was Whitefire was streaming at the time as well, so... I felt kind of bad, but it was also kind of funny. And Jay had to save us. But yeah, now I've set up this system here where you have the fireplaces here. What are they called? What? The log fire things. Campfires? I don't know. Whatever they are. I set up these now so that when the spiders come on them, they die and they get the drops automatically. So if you ever need any string or anything, it's really efficient, as you can see. I've obviously taken it away. I've taken it away to sell in my shop, which I'll show you later on. But this is, this all works pretty well, as you can see, still. So, yay. And then at some point, I built this lovely, scary, creepy, weird nether tunnel. And I really like this. I think it fits with the vibe of what I was going for the island and stuff, with the castle and all the just like run down, broken down, all these sort of weird bits on the edge, the way they've like dug the tunnel and then just pushed the stone to the side. Unfortunately, they made a change where they made things like... the walls connect to the glass, which really annoys me, but it's fine. I'm not changing it out now, but originally that wasn't the case. Stupid Mojang. What was that? I think that was a magma cream. And yeah, so eventually when we reset the nether for the nether update, this changed to a basalt delta biome. So it has all these like flecks of, I don't know, what is it supposed to be, like ash or whatever in the atmosphere, in the air. And I think that looks really cool and actually added a great detail to the place. So yeah, essentially it's this all the way through, some bunch of cobwebs and player heads and stuff. So I can't remember what happened with these. These were originally spider heads, the cave spider heads that I got from my cave spider farm, and then at some point something weird happened with them, and they just changed to player heads. I can't remember the reasoning, but yeah, that happened. So now I have a bunch of player heads in my tunnel as well. Nice. Okay, what is that? That's very strange. I don't know. Something's going on. Something weird's happening. I'll have to investigate later on. But next, I'll show you the watermill. Oh, I need to take this down as well. Yeah. By the way, the world download for the server, I have been assured, will be available for you guys to download at some point once we reset. Also, people have been mentioning that, like, why are we resetting for the 1.17 update rather than the 1.18? Because 1.18 has the proper big stuff that adding to the game. We're just tired of the server being it's been going for like 2 years or something for a lot of the guys that have been on here before I came, and they're just kind of burnt out on it, and they just want a little bit of something new to play with. So essentially that's the, like, one of the reasons anyway. That's maybe the main reason, but yeah, so we get all the new stuff early. Yay. I'm very happy with that. Anyway, forget it. Watermill. We have the watermill with the lovely wheat field and the grain silo that I built over there. But yes, the watermill. I loved this build. I really did. I'm not a huge fan of it these days. It's sort of this style I got very tired of quite quickly. But you know, when I first built it, I was quite proud of this. I really did like this. So it's essentially just a big house with multiple floors and a big watermill. Okay, so this is the basement area where, so you get the wheat and stuff, the grain, you put it in here and it gets taken all the way up, and then this has the mechanism connected to the watermill outside. I should probably show that actual section. I could get in the boat. It's fine. Let's take a look. So yeah, the watermill actually connected to the floor. I figured this should probably have some sort of structural support, so that's that. It's crappy. Ignore it. It's fine. Get me out of it. Too far. I'm fine. Let's go up to the next floor, where a zombie has eaten my door. Great. Thank you, Mr. Zombie. Why have you not eaten the rest of it? Anyway, it's fine. I didn't really decorate this place. I did say I was going to, and then I just never really did. But it's here, and there's a bed. Check it out. Bed. Perfect. Brilliant. Shelves. Lovely. Wondrous. And also a spiral staircase, because it's a Jagiero build, and they're not complete without a spiral staircase going up to the sort of loft area section, where I think I was going to do some storage and stuff, but just never bothered in the end. It's fine. Okay, so you would like pull up the grain to this top area, and then you would dump it into the actual thing. Where do I get? Hello? Down here. Down here. You would pour it into the thing, the actual grinder, where it looks like semi-functional, kind of. It would get poured into there and finished off, and then you would take that out to the thing and then sell it to people who are suckers. Excellent. And leaving the island for 1 minute, we visit our Halloween town for a build that I actually almost forgot I'd built. This is the Necropolis, the floating fortress in the sky, powered by these purple crystals and hanging chains and pointy spire bits. Yep, let's see if I can land without killing myself. I'm fine. Totally fine. Perfect. I think zombies have eaten my doors again. Very frustrating. I did not know I put that there. I actually kind of need one of them back on my island. It's fine. So yeah, essentially you have these two big power crystals that are like repelling each other and therefore keeping this place in the sky, that kind of thing. How do I get up? Go this way. Very nice. Another spiral staircase. Always a feature of my builds, the spiral staircases. You can go on the outside area here, and this looks very similar to the industrial area, where we've got the black stone, the purple concrete with the glass above it. Very nice. Beautiful. I actually really like this build. It came together pretty quickly, which is very strange for me. It was pretty quickly done in creative, and then I just followed that sort of schematic in Litematica to build it on the server, which is totally not cheating. It's fine. And yet we have the power crystal at the top as well, as I said, repelling the one down below, and therefore creating enough force to keep this place hovering in the air. Honestly, it doesn't really have any kind of function or anything. It's just here. It's just to be a build in Halloween Town. But I like it. It's nice. Let's have another look at it. Getting a little bit of lag around the place, but it's fine. I was going to do some stuff on the ground as well, but I couldn't be bothered. I put it that way. I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, Halloween Town's a really fun thing, and you should check out all the other builds from the other content creators on the server. All wonderful, beautiful people, and they are all linked down below in the description. And of course, I couldn't mention sort of themed places on the server without mentioning the Winter Village. Now here, I actually didn't do a build of my own, but I did do a build of someone else's, and also I've lost it. I can't actually find it. Just give me a minute. Okay, just give me a minute. I knew it was here all the time. I was just joking. It's fine. Okay, so this is the log cabin that I built from a tutorial by one of my favorite Minecraft YouTubers, Mr. Mythical J Sausage. Mythical Sausage on YouTube is a fantastic builder. Jagiero's log cabin. Yeah, I really love this build that he did, and I was really pressed for time one episode, so I was like, well, you know what, I'm just going to pay homage to him and build one of his builds. So this is the one I did, and I love it. It's great. Just a really great little feature for this place. Excellent. I forgot I'd put the coffin. I put the coffin in my log cabin. Brilliant. Oh, it's beautiful. I completely forget about these things because I'm very old, you see, so my memory's terrible. So that's nice. I forgot about that little feature. Beautiful. Love it. Let's take a look from the back area over here. Okay. No, this is actually quite dangerous. I remember there's a lot of creepers and stuff around this place, so let me just be a bit careful. Yeah, I really like this feature of, log cabins have the actual logs like crisscrossing at the corners. I could never find a good way of doing that in Minecraft, and Mythical Sausage just did this with the stairs below them. And I think that looks really good. I actually really like that, and I'm now stealing that forever. So, yeah, thanks, Mr. Sausage. Okay, we're going to have to do something about that. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's something needs figuring out with that. Okay, I'm going to take a look around this place, but first, let me show off the creepy crawler. So this was my first shop on the server. It was just selling string and spider eyes and also cobwebs. The string and spider eyes, not a problem. Spider eyes, I think I probably sold about 2 stacks, and I'm pretty sure that was just out of pity for me. But the string was actually quite a good seller, and I got that from the cave spider farm, obviously, that I had. I didn't do too bad with remembering to stock it, I think, maybe. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's pretty well stocked right now. Yeah, see? But yeah, this is pretty good. It worked well to getting a few diamonds for me, so yeah. And also, you got a free cave spider head with every purchase, because I had a bajillion of them, and I just could not get rid of them. So, yeah, beautiful. So obviously this is very similar to the cart that I have now on my island. And, oh look, zombies haven't eaten my doors. Excellent. So a little bed in here and just some extra stock, which again, spider eyes. Oh, yeah, again, a pity diamond. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Yeah, again, some just spare stock around the place. I had plenty of it by the end. So, yeah, and like I said, it's a pretty decent seller. Yeah, and I really like this build. I was going for like a really weird, creepy kind of thing. If you guys have seen... what is that noise? I'm not sure. If you guys have seen Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, the Duke in that is the merchant that sells all the new upgrades and stuff for your items. He has something similar to this, like a car, and it looks very cool. So, yeah, I would like to say that they've been inspired by me, obviously. And then, of course, I had the Salty Skellebones. This was my second shop on the server, and I was selling Skellybones. I was selling skeleton bone blocks and stuff that I was getting from my skeleton grinder. I didn't show you. I haven't shown you in this video just because it's not really decorated, and yeah, it's just basic. It's just a basic skeleton grinder, so nothing special. I really like this build. Pirate ship with a skull on it. What is that related to skeleton bones? It's a skull. And a ship. Yeah, okay, it's fine. I just wanted to build a ship with a skull on it because it's cool. Okay, that's literally the only reason I have this shop. All right, so as you can see, I've kept it stocked for the most part. Actually, stocking this was a huge nightmare at the point where I just had the skeleton grinder. It took forever to get enough stock to actually fill this place. And I had a bunch of arrows, and I'm just like, free, just take them, please. I have too many arrows, and yeah, a really fun build, but like I said, a bit of a pain to stock. But then once I got the mob farm in the industrial district, like, this is so easy to get, and I have plenty of extra stock as well that I've been using for the castle and the walls as well. So yeah, lovely. Right, next build, shall we see? Which way is it? This way. And then, of course, on Boomer Hills here, we have my house, the haunted house. So this, ow. I landed in a bush, okay? Bushes don't hurt when you land. Assassin's Creed told me it's fine. Okay, so over here we have the haunted house, which basically means a house but with some cobwebs. Yep, and of course, my door is missing. Why is there a cat around this place? I don't remember having... Do I have a cat? I have a cat upstairs. That's right, I do. I totally remembered about the cat. Also, I totally didn't forget that around this corner, I have a very special friend. This is Egbert. Egbert the donkey. Beautiful. Love donkeys. They're so cool. Useless, but so cool. But yeah, so this is a house that I built in the residential area, just so I had a house, essentially. It's basically a house with a tower tacked on the side. Beautiful. Guess what's inside the tower? You'll never guess. You'll never guess, unless you've seen the build already, but you'll never guess. Okay, so in here we just have a lovely kitchenette area, okay, with a little dining table with a big slab of meat. Beautiful. Rare. Very rare. I actually really do like my meat very rare as well. A little utility area. Then we go... I'm stuck in the cobweb, of course. A little fireplace area with a little seating area. Keep saying area quite a lot. And then, of course, the tower has a spiral staircase. Because, of course, it has a spiral staircase. And a missing door. Of course it has a missing door. These zombies are becoming very problematic. I am literally going to cancel them on Twitter. Okay? I really am. So this is my bedroom. The door's missing. The door's missing. It's fine. This is my bedroom with the coffin, of course, and a few blood splatters around the place. And my cat, Hendrix, that I totally didn't forget that I had. Totally. And then in the wardrobe, we have a couple of armor stands. I actually meant to open these ones where we have, I think that's Ash and Puffing Fish. No, is that Puffing Fish? No, is that Blonde? No, he's not blonde, so I'm guessing that's not Blonde Skull. I'm pretty sure that's Puffing Fish and Ash. I have their heads, because of course I do. Any questions? Didn't think so. So let's go up to the top area, past the missing door, up to this beautiful observation tower. Wondrous. And then into the attic area, which is just literally just some storage that I never used. So, yeah. Love it. So this is essentially the same style as the watermill and the groundskeeper's huts. Yeah, well, it's kind of huts stuck together at my island. So yeah, I just wanted to stick with that style and have something at the spawn area, which is lovely. So let's go take a look at the observational tower. What on earth is that? Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is terrible news. This explains all the weird visions and stuff I've been having. Holy crap! I've got to tell my mother. I've got to tell my lawyer. Yeah, forget my lawyer. Let's tell the guys. There's no one else online. Okay, screw those guys. I'm going to use my castle. Well, that's not good. Just ruined my moment. Do you know how annoying it is to travel without elytra, by the way? It's awful. How did we survive without that? Anyway, there's an important message here in this box here from Mr. Blonde Skunk. Let's check this out. So it's called The End, which is a bit ominous. If you receive this note, please know that you are in great danger. Yeah, no, Sherlock. The final days are upon us. If you want to survive, the time to act is now. The only way out is to escape our world and find a new one. Yep, that's right. I'm way ahead of you there. If you don't, everything you know and care for will be destroyed. Will be destroyed before your eyes by against. Blonde's gone. Come on now. Meteor. As I said, the time to act is now. There is still hope that we can make it out of this. The meteor can be seen from spawn time. Yeah, really? Are you sure about X? According to my observations, it's 2 weeks away from impact. I think your calculations are a little bit off there by a few weeks. Where we go. I am building a new airship. Oh, I can travel between worlds. The airship has the capacity of 4 people, including myself. If you would like to accompany me and my airship, please let them know as soon as possible. Have they gone and just left me? Have they just left me to die? That's just rude. Well, screw those guys then. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to use my castle's magical teleportation system to get off this world and onto a new one. With new adventures. With blackjack and truckers. Anyway, so if you do get the world download, you can come from spawn area, which is over there, and come this direction, whatever this is, northeast-ish. Head across here, and you should come to a piece of land. I'm using up all my rockets for no reason. I'm using the crappy rockets, that's why. You should come to a piece of land that includes this bit here, and that's when I know that my island is very much here. With a beautiful castle that's not loading in very nicely, but it's there, and it's beautiful, and I'm going to use it to screw over those guys. I mean, to get out of this place safely into a brand new world with new adventures. Blackjack and truckers. Alright guys, this is it. This is the end. Technically the end of Season 3. My first season, but actually Season 3 for the other guys. I joined halfway through the season, so roughly halfway through, sort of halfway through this season. On to Season 4 very soon. I just want to say that I have enjoyed my time on the server so much, and not just on the server, but also part of the Discord and being in the community and taking part in the meetings and just having so much banter and laughs with everyone else on the server as well. Been great fun. Really enjoyed it. Really glad I joined, and yeah, really looking forward to new adventures in Season 4. So let's get there, shall we? Click all of the things that we can click. Look, ooh, look, flashy lights. Beautiful. Click that on. Click that there. Maybe put it in the right. We'll do it there. Yes, that's the exact amount of redstone ticks we need for this particular thing. Click that. Click that one. And finally, we shall power up this mechanism and teleport off this world. 3, 2, 1. I think. My face hurts. My face hurts so much. What is this place? Where's my castle? Where am I?